What do you think are the three make or break things in a video which are necessary, which can help a video content creator deliver, quality video?
Number first is audio. Okay, the next thing is the light, also the editing.
How can an introvert overcome that, break the barrier, and become confident on camera?
I actually imagine one of my very best friend, sitting right in front of me. So you can also imagine that you're talking to your best friend, and you can create videos by looking into the camera.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Dhairya Decodes YouTube channel. I'm back again with yet another podcast video with another interesting guest, Kritika Manshani. She is a content creator who creates content in the niche of video content creation, staying confident on camera, creator economy, time management, productivity, and a lot more. She's also a PhD scholar. Welcome to the Dhairya Decodes YouTube channel.
Thank you, Dhairya. Thank you so much for having me on your channel. It is certainly like a very nice feeling, to collaborate with, people in the industry. And super excited for all of the questions that you're going to throw at me.
Likewise, I cannot wait to get into the conversation, Kritika. Now, ever since I've been following you and seeing your content, what I have really liked about your content is the way your videos look in general and how you present yourself in front of the camera, right? And a lot of students and working professionals who follow this YouTube channel also want to be able to do something on the side, maybe start content creation, become confident in front of the camera and create videos. So, the first question I have for you is that, so what do you think really makes people get very intimidated by the camera, and what basically triggers them to feel underconfident or anxious and nervous in front of the camera?
Okay, there are two aspects to it. I'll answer it. So it's a mindset thing. Number first is the mindset. Okay, the moment the camera button gets on, you're a different person. And the moment the camera gets off, you are a different person. So you are not so very much intimidated being yourself, right? Off camera. But when the moment you are being captured or being recorded and you are going to be shown to so many people, that is something actually that makes people who are just starting out with creating videos, make them intimidated. And I would not say that I became camera confident right from my first video. It took me a lot of videos in progress that actually made me camera confident. When I started my first video, and I also have that on my channel, I've not delisted or unlisted it, because I really want people to come and see how far I've grown in the camera confidence journey, which is why I've kept it on. So I was not so confident. I was fumbling. I had a lot of ohs, ums, and all
Filler
of that.
words.
Exactly. I was looking at. I was not looking at the lens like how right now I'm looking. I was looking at myself.
Got
So
it.
a lot of videos that I have actually filmed like that. Another thing is the idea of putting yourself out there. So social media is a place wherein a lot of faceless accounts and people come and tell you what are you doing, and they don't accept so much easier. So I think the fear of that is something that makes them, what other people would think about me when I'm putting myself out there. But one thing that I want to tell you, that a lot of people, when they're envying you, are actually want to do it themselves, but they don't have the courage to do it. You have the courage to put yourself in front of the camera and put yourself in front of so many people. So I think that is something that actually bothers them.
Correct.
So I think these two things are something that you can initially do a gradual mindset shift, and this will only happen when you create more and more videos.
Right. No, and I think it's so well said. What I really liked is that you mentioned that you were obviously not the way you are currently back then, right? Your previous videos are still there for the public, in the public eye and scrutiny, to check, see what the flaws were and how you've come. Because ultimately, like you just said, it'll only come with creating more videos. It's like practice, right? If someone's not good at maths, so you keep practicing it again and again and again, and you'll
Exactly.
get good at it eventually.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that, Kritika, moving on, we always use two words very, very frequently in our daily life. We term people as extroverts and introverts, and obviously ambiverts in the middle. But I want to understand that a lot of people say this, at least to me, that, oh, Dhairya, you are an extrovert and hence you're very confident on camera, and it's very difficult for introverted people. My question to you is, does your personality type have any relationship with how you present yourself on camera? If yes, then how can an introvert overcome that, break the barrier and become confident on camera?
Okay, I would want you all to make a wild guess. Am I an extrovert or am I an introvert? I want you to pause this video and write down in the comment sections what do you think my personality type is. So let me actually break it to you. I am a big introvert, okay, and my journey of being camera confident is something that has come mainly which is because I am an introvert. I have very selective friends, and when I actually create videos, I actually imagine one of my very best friend, sitting right in front of me, and when I talk to that person, that's how I'm myself when I actually talk to that person who's my best friend. So you can also imagine that you're talking to your best friend, and you can create videos by looking into the camera. When you actually make that particular mindset shift, that is when you will break the barrier of being camera confident. It doesn't come from a place if you are an extrovert or an introvert. Even if you are an introvert, you can be camera confident. In fact, it is much easier for introverts to talk to camera as compared to extroverts, because for extrovert people, they might think, okay, how do I talk to camera, because I'm very comfortable talking to people. Introverted people are already not comfortable talking to people, so they might as well just talk to themselves via talking to the camera. I think that is something that has actually helped me a lot.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And the fact that you did claim to be a big time introvert,
Yes.
But when we see you on camera, I don't think that translates in any way.
Exactly.
Honestly, right?
Yeah, it has nothing to do.
So it doesn't have anything to do with that. I just wanted you to break that to the audience,
It has nothing
right?
to do with. See, my confidence on the camera will reflect when I am confident myself in my head.
Correct.
And my confidence comes from a lot of different things when you actually do a lot of grounding exercises. So I think thinking that you are an introvert and not being comfortable in front of the camera, it's time to actually look inside and work on yourself. And when you do that, you'll be more confident.
Makes sense. No, that's very well said. And I hope that a lot of the people who will be watching this video, both extroverts and introverts, in the end just understand what it takes to become confident in front of the camera, because nothing else matters.
Absolutely.
So on that note, Kritika, the next question that I have for you, and I think it'll add a lot of value to most of the people watching the video, is that now once you have probably become confident on camera, how do you know you've become confident on camera? Because how does a person judge that, okay, I was lacking in certain areas, now I'm confident, and how do you track your entire journey of progress?
So the videos that I created 6 months back, so I go and watch my older videos a lot. And I don't watch them immediately when they have uploaded, but I go and watch 2-month-old videos, and that is when I actually scrutinize the entire video from the lens of what all things that is something that I can improve. I focus on those things, all the points that I've actually made. So that is when I understand that this is something that I can improve now. For example, the next thing that I want to improve in my videos is the audio quality. For you, the audio quality might be amazing, but for me, I know what kind of quality do I want for my videos to look amazing. So that is how I actually work on my videos. Go back and see your older videos. You'll realize you are your biggest critique, I believe.
Right.
And when you actually when you actually self-correct yourself, that is actually the best kind of improvement and growth you can have.
Right.
Another filter that I have is after watching my final video, when it comes from editing, I should have one expression in my mind. It should have a wow factor. If the wow factor is not there, I chuck that videos. So you might not see a lot of videos because I've chucked them. I've filmed them, I've got them edited, but they've not seen the light on Instagram, YouTube or LinkedIn because I didn't find them wow. So that particular factor is good, should be there. And when you be honest with yourself, that if this video is not looking good or not feeling good, you will chuck it. So if you don't feel good about that particular video, your audience is not going to feel good about
it
that particular video, because energy translates.
on camera.
Yeah, it translates.
It does.
So
it does.
these are the two filters and checks that I keep whenever I'm uploading a video. I'm okay with not uploading a video one day, but I'm not okay uploading a bad video and being not so confident on camera.
Yeah, so I think it goes on to again show that at the end of the day, quality matters more than the quantity, and you want to be very sure that when you watch the final edit, the video is just the way you want it to be, and that wow factor is there. Only then will you upload it.
That exactly, and we have no shame in doing back and forth with your editors.
Correct.
If you are not liking something, I will get it changed. I will get it edited. I have no shame in doing 3 drafts, 4 drafts of my videos. I know that is a lot of work, but the end satisfaction is just amazing.
True.
So I guess that is something that you should, never compromise on, the quality.
Makes a lot of sense. With that, I'm going to ask you something which is very relevant to today's industry. Content creation is an industry that has boomed in the past 2.5 years. So many people want to become content creators. We have millions of content creators right now as per statistics. Now, do you think it's necessary for a content creator today in 2023 to create video content? And the second question is that if yes, what can somebody do, a beginner, someone who's just getting started, to make their videos stand out, right? Like everyone will have a, let's say a basic camera, a tripod, lightings, basic decent background. What can you do additionally to create that wow factor in your videos and stand out from the ocean of videos on the internet?
Okay, yes, absolutely. Answering the first question, is video necessary? I think video is only necessary apart from the written thing also. I feel that is important, but video is something wherein you will be able to connect with your audience quickly as compared to if you write. I'm not saying that writing is becoming obsolete. No, both of them will go hand in hand, but video is something that will help you reach your audience quicker, make a connection with your audience quicker. And if you are starting out, I know starting out with video creation can be a little bit more of production heavy, because you'll need cameras, you'll need tripods, you'll need to invest into some basic aesthetic or lighting, all of these things.
Right.
So when you're just starting out, I highly recommend that you invest into these fixed things, because camera is going to stick with you for years, the mic is going to stick with you for years. Okay, so all of these things you make an initial investment in. I'm not saying that go out and just buy everything in one day, but month by month you can invest into things and build your own aesthetic, and if you do that, you'll have an edge over others. And when I started creating videos, I had this particular thing in my mind that my video quality should be best among the creators that we have who are creating content, basically my peers. So I invested into camera bits, but I saved. Not that I had a disposal of money that was lying in my bank account. No, I saved actually for my camera, I saved for my tripod, I saved for everything, and then actually I bought it. Fun fact that I want to talk about, my camera was actually a wedding gift to me by my brother, when he actually asked me what do you want for your wedding? You're getting married. So I asked him, give me a camera because I need it. And I think that's actually the best wedding gift also, because I use it daily.
Yeah.
At the same time, I've invested in my content creation. So I think if you make decisions, even financial decisions wisely, as you're just starting out as a content creator, because initially the road, you'll not be getting a lot of monetary benefits just when you're starting out. From the day one, it will roll out in the compounding manner, but from the first day, you'll be just finding yourself investing everything that you've earned from content creation. So I think investing wisely in good things will actually help you stand out from your audience.
No, that makes a lot of sense. The fun fact which I didn't know about is also great, because at the end of the day, the biggest investment you can make is in yourself, in your improvement, right? That is what people say. You knew that you're going to obviously embark on a career as a content creator. So what better, I would say, a gift for anybody to give you than a camera, and then you've been using it so wisely across all your channels, and it just translates in the video quality that people see. Yeah, so I think I really like the fact that you mentioned you don't have to get a lot of equipment or invest in one go. Save for it, month on month, upgrade your entire gears and your system and everything that you need, And then obviously, again, bit by bit, I also feel that will help the audience, right, Kritika? Because if in one go your first video has everything, right, sub ready hai, then where will your expectation go in the next video?
Exactly. Yeah.
Right? I was thinking about that. If this kind of a setup was there in my first YouTube video or your first YouTube video, then what are they going to expect in the 10th, 20th, 100th video?
Exactly. And people want variety and change.
Correct.
You know, they get bored. They get bored of the background also. So
Yeah.
you will also get comments, change your background. Because, they get bored. So there are a set of videos on my channel wherein you will actually see the studio building up. In some videos I just have the bed. In some videos I have one of the plant. In another video I have the two of the plants. In some videos I have the lighting is better. This is good. And I've like you can see my journey. See the
work in progress.
Exactly, work in progress being better by better. And when your audience actually sees that, the real and authenticness in your videos, that is when they're able to relate more. Because if you are coming with all of these, fancy equipments and all of that from the first day, the bar will be high because they'll not be able to relate with you.
Right. Makes sense.
So I think that is something they can start with. But first start with whatever you have. My first 50 YouTube videos were shot from the iPhone 7 that I had back then. A very cheap, like 200, 300 rupees tripod that I had gotten because I wanted to try, and a lapel mic which barely worked. So because I was exploring if I want to do this. Correct. And first 50 videos, filming 50 videos and filming on the laptop, I've edited the videos myself. So doing all of that, that is when I realized, okay, this is something that I want to do. And that is when, after the 51st video, that is when I invested into the camera because I wanted to up the quality and everything.
Makes a lot of sense. And I think that will give you a lot of sense with respect to how you can plan your journey as well.
Exactly.
Yeah. On that note, Kritika, we obviously spoke about your journey. We spoke about how they can create a wow factor in their videos, which you just mentioned. But when you look at a video, and because you've been creating so many videos, what do you think are the 3 make or break things in a video which are necessary, absolutely non-negotiables, which can help a video content creator deliver, quality videos?
Number first is audio. Imagine if this is the video that you're seeing. Okay, this video is aesthetic, we are both looking good, the lighting is good, everything is good, but what if this video is on mute?
Yeah, not gonna work.
Not gonna work. So number one thing is the audio. Okay, the next thing is the lighting. Okay, a lot of people think getting a ring light is something that will solve their problem. No,
right.
You need to understand how lightings work. You need to understand the science behind what is plus and minus. So lighting is something which is very important. So even if you have just one plant in the background but the lighting is good, the video will look good. Okay.
Yeah.
That is number second thing. And also the editing. Because right now the attention span is so less because of the short videos. So if you do not have dynamic editing, even if you create like good quality, high quality with good audio and everything, people are not going to watch it. So dynamic editing is something that you should definitely start with right from the beginning.
Makes sense. Got it. So obviously you specified audio, lighting and dynamic editing.
Yeah.
Makes
you
sense.
Can work around with the current phone that you have because the iPhones right now, they have as good video quality as any DSLR in the market available.
Yeah.
So even if you have like a non-iPhone phone, these cameras also have very good video quality. When I started, it was like a very small iPhone 7. Now when I go back, I think it was just the fact that I wanted to do it, which is why I did it. But right now, if I were starting right now, I wouldn't do that. I would go and invest into maybe an iPhone. If I did not have, that was something first that I would go and invest in.
Yeah. No, I agree. Also, I'd just like to quickly add, when I started, I still have that phone. It was a Samsung Galaxy A52, which I bought 2.5 years ago, exactly when I started my journey, because I was not comfortable with iPhones. So I started with that. Honestly speaking, the camera quality is so-so, not very good. You cannot compare it to an iPhone. But I remember my very first LinkedIn video that I recorded, because I started on LinkedIn, was with that phone. The quality was terrible, not so good, but you have to start. I think starting matters.
Starting matters.
Right?
For first 10 videos, starting matters. After that, you need to understand,
Correct.
things you can
Yeah, because even I did it very gradually. I think for the first 1 year I didn't upgrade. After that, yes, when I was like, no, I have to take this seriously, do it more professionally, give quality to my audience, that's when I started upgrading.
Yeah, so start with whatever resources and things you have available. I think that will be a good start, and also give you a sense like of what things you actually need.
Makes sense. Okay, with that, Kritika, I have one last question for you before we let you go.
Yeah.
Which is, I also feel technically, ever since I've met you or spoken to you also a lot of times, I do realize that you are very particular about, your video setup, how the video is looking, camera equipment, everything. And I think you would be the right person to answer this. Now, once someone has decided, I want to become a content creator, whether they want to do it part-time or full-time is a secondary thing. If someone wants to create great videos, what are a few equipments per se that you think they must invest in and have? If you can list out both hardware and software wise, like whatever you would like to recommend. Yeah.
Okay, number one, the most important thing is the camera. Okay, you can get, if you don't have an iPhone, you can go and get the recent versions of the iPhones available. Okay, I also recommend that if you have the bandwidth, invest into the higher storage space, because you will be creating 4K videos, so you will need extra storage space. So if you do not have an iPhone, then you can go and invest into iPhone. If you have an iPhone, I highly recommend that you create your initial sets of videos from that, and eventually invest into a DSLR. So the camera quality is done. Now let's come to the audio. Audio is also super important. You can invest into the collar mics that comes, like the wireless mics that you can attach it on your collar or something. But I think that is really sophisticated. What you can do is you can get the Rode video mic. That is actually amazing.
Yeah.
That will work well. Just one thing, it will echo a little bit because the space, because of the space, and we do not have sound observers. So I think Rode video mic is something that you can start with, or even nowadays you get a lot of like those kind of mics which you can attach it to the collar. The Boya omnidirection 2.4 is something that you can invest in. Yeah. Another one is you want to invest into a good quality tripod, because your iPhone and your camera will sit on it. So and you do not want your tripod to be flimsy, because if the tripod is flimsy, there will be chances and risk of it falling off, and if it falls off, it can get damaged or something. So that is not something that you want. And a ring light, that is also super important. What I initially did was I didn't directly go and invest into a ring light, but what I did is I actually got the current tube lights that were there in the room changed to one the bright white and one warm white. And what happens is when these two lights merge, they actually create a zero effect. So neither it is too harsh, neither it is too dim. So it actually creates like a perfect blend.
Gets balance.
Exactly. So that is something that you can actually do. I'm sure everyone would have at least lighting set up in their
I'm sure in their rooms.
So I think that is something that you can do, and also film during the time from 2 to 6, because that is when the light is a little harsher. In the morning, the light is a little more harsh. So to have a softer light, you can film between 2 to 6.
Yeah, makes sense. No, even I think I shoot between that time only. I start anywhere between 2:33 and I don't shoot beyond 6.
Yeah.
So it makes a lot of sense, because the natural light also at that time is perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think that these are the things that you guys can invest in.
Perfect. With that, I think, Kritika, I'd like to thank you once again for really answering all the questions in detail. I think that a lot of it was drawn from your journey and what you've implemented, how your journey has been. So I think that's how it's going to actually help them, because you've been there, done that. And that is what I wanted to translate through this video as well to my audience. So thank you so much for doing this. And thanks to everyone who stuck around till the end and is watching the video. Let us know in the comments how did you like the video, and if there's any other question you have for Kritika, you can put it in the comments. Do subscribe to her YouTube channel as well. It will be put up in the description box. So do check it out. Do check her content on Instagram as well and on LinkedIn. I will link everything in the description. And that's all for today's video. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.